welcome to my channel. This is Lolo Moon and I am here to do your monthly reading. This is a timeless reading, guys, but I am recording it right before May of 2023. So, okay, before we get started, I just want to say please be sure to hit like and subscribe if you like my content, and also if you're interested in a personal session, you can book down below. All right, let's go ahead and get this started. Spirit guides, guardian angels, higher selves. All right, let's see. We have the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Wands for you in your recent past with the Hermit. Okay. We have the Justice card. And the Seven of Wands for you. Okay. All right. So, what I kind of feel here, Aries, is, this Queen of Cups with the Ace of Wands, there could be, a connection in your life that there's just, a lot of affection for, a lot of care for. I kind of feel like there's just like this giving, loving, nurturing nature that you may have towards somebody that, you could be very attracted to with the Ace of Wands. But with the Hermit energy, it's like things are sort of quiet. Maybe you just feel like, you're kind of independent. You're on your own right now. You're in deep reflection about it. We'll kind of see how this unfolds for you. The Justice card and the Seven of Wands. I kind of just feel like it could have to do with like timing. There's something to do with timing with that Justice card. And, also you're kind of, defending yourself against it, or you're on the defense, or maybe you feel like this person is. I don't know. We'll just kind of see. We'll kind of see. Tell me what the Queen of Cups is for Aries, please. The Page of Wands. Queen of Cups for Aries. The Chariot card. Sorry, my hands are kind of shaky today, guys. The Ace of Wands. Three of Cups. Ace of Wands. The Lovers. Interesting. So, honestly, you may have a choice here between two individuals, and you're just trying to decide what to do. Okay, what's the Hermit energy about? The Ten of Wands in reverse. The Two of Wands, yeah. It definitely looks like you have two different people here. The Three of Cups can be a third party. The Lover's card can be a choice. The Five of Wands on the bottom of the deck can be competition. 11. The Justice card, please. The Justice again, that's interesting. Justice card. The Star reverse. Okay, the Seven of Wands. The Devil card. And the Seven of Wands. The Sun card. Okay. With the Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Okay, just as I suspected. Sorry, I had to look at everything. I can't seem to get the camera right lately. It's driving me a little bonkers, to be honest with you. Okay, that's a little better. So we're actually going to dive in a little bit more about this whole, lovers energy here. In the recent past, I mean, it honestly looks like you could have kind of like offered like something, like kind of told somebody how you feel or something like that. And, you know, the Three of Cups can be a friendship, and maybe that's it. Like, you know, maybe you're just like friends with this person right now. Okay, tell me about the Lovers, please. Three of Swords and the Devil. Interesting. So, I mean, honestly, there could have been a heartache in this situation. And, you know, maybe... It's like maybe you're afraid that this person's going to do that to you again. Like, honestly, maybe you're afraid they're going to do that again. Okay, tell me about the Two of Wands. The Devil card came out again, guys. The Two of Wands. And the Justice. So, I mean, okay, kind of what I'm getting. I mean, I kind of feel a little bit... You have Justice 3 times now. I feel a little bit like with this energy, I feel like you're kind of wondering if you need to release this. I mean, or if you should like go a different way. I mean, I feel like you maybe are reflecting on whether or not this is like good for you. You know, maybe you feel sort of bound and stuck to this person. Like, honestly, with the Devil coming out twice, you may even feel a little obsessed, with this individual, you know, and it's kind of I feel like maybe it's putting you in a position where you're like, you know, maybe I need to take a time out and really reflect on, you know, what this is doing to my energy. With that Chariot card, I mean, yeah, I just picked up and I saw Judgment and Death. Like, I really do feel like you're assessing this situation. Tell me about the Chariot. Chariot can obviously be that, you know, there's like a distance. Seven of Wands. Yeah, I mean, I kind of get the sense that you feel like maybe you have to move on. Because I feel like you're just concerned that you're just going to be bound to this situation and it's not really going anywhere. Tell me about the Hermit energy. Yeah, Eight of Swords and the Strength card. Like, I kind of get the sense that that's how you feel. Like, it's not really going anywhere. Three of Cups. The Queen of Swords. And the Three of Swords. Yeah, I just feel like I can't say it enough. I honestly feel like you feel like this person's going to break your heart. And maybe they have in the past. And that's why you're like in this energy with yourself right now, trying to figure out like what's the best course of action for you. You know, so you may have a choice between two people, but you honestly may have a choice to choose yourself. Okay? Like, that could be something else that's really important. Like, maybe, like, if you're friends, like, you may not be able to do that because you have all of this passion here. Okay, so in your present moment, this is all, like, recent past, but it could also be, like, leaking into your present moment, too. You have the Justice card that came out twice and the Star in reverse. I honestly feel a little bit like maybe you're losing hope here because the Star is in reverse. And I feel like, I feel like you're just trying to stay balanced. Like, you're weighing up your options. You're trying to figure out what's best for you. And, I just kind of get the sense that it's leading you towards being in, like, a defensive kind of energy. And maybe not combative, but, you know, like, honestly, like, you feel like you just have to protect yourself because you don't want to get stuck into a situation where you feel like you're going to get hurt. But, I feel like it'd be really important to ask yourself if you're just self-sabotaging, you know? Truly. Because you have the Sun card here, and we'll get into this in a second, but that's illumination. Spirit, give me some more context into the Justice twice, please. The Queen of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you just really have a lot of affection, maybe love for this person, and that's like what's keeping you in this situation, but like at the same time, the Four of Wands and the Two of Swords. I just think that you're just confused. I really do. I think you're confused of as to what to do, and that's why you're weighing up your options. Like, I mean, I feel like maybe you feel like you have to make a judgment call. What's the Star reversed? Seven of Swords and the Star. I feel like with the Star reversed, this is like you feel like there's no hope, but maybe you're in denial. Like, maybe it's not that you feel like there's no hope. Like I said, Seven of Swords, like you're looking for a reason to self-sabotage or run away to protect yourself. So I would be very careful of projecting your past situations onto this one, because the Star is also like illumination. It's seeing the truth. So is the Justice card, right? So is the Sun card. Like, these are all cards that help you see the truth, even the Judgment, and that had come out on the bottom of the deck. So, I mean, I feel like what they're saying is you need to like take some time to weigh things up and not make any rash decisions, because the Seven of Swords is totally rash, okay? Because on the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Cups. Like, obviously, you have, like, some kind of affection for this person. And, I mean, I feel like with this Five of Cups here and the Justice, and then, like, I feel like they're kind of saying, like, don't do anything that you're later gonna regret. You know what I mean? Okay, Seven of Wands and the Devil card with the Sun card. I feel a little bit like you may feel like this person is just out of reach. But I mean, the Devil card can be addictions, right? Like, it can be the things that are personal bondage. And it can be codependency too. Let me see. Tell me more about that. Okay. Four of Pentacles, Three of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. I kind of feel a little bit like what this is doing is it's teaching you how to stabilize yourself, be patient, and, you know, get comfortable with like growth and movement and change, and maybe evolving yourself as well. Tell me about the Sun, the Two of Cups, and the Chariot. With the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. I feel like with the Chariot kind of starting over your reading here, starting your reading and then like ending it right here. I often talk about how like the Chariot is, you know, you have your two paths, right? And the Chariot can kind of teach us to take a look at our darkness and how we can overcome that. Like, take a look at our pride, our ego, our triggers, you know, arrogance, things like this, right? And how we can transmute them, transform them, and move in a much lighter way, right? Because, I mean, if you're moving in a lighter way, Justice energy right here, and your heart is as light as a feather, that means you're being open and honest about your feelings. That means that you're speaking the truth. That means that you're being vulnerable. That means that you're forgiving. That means that you're apologizing and making amends when you need to. Like, that is moving in lighter energy. So, like, whenever we leave this earth, like, there's no unfinished business. Like, the more that we hang on to stuff, like, the more that those cycles perpetuate throughout our lives, and then, you know, we may have to repeat it in the next life, right? And so I feel like the Chariot gives you the opportunity to really take a look at these things so you can lighten your load, okay? And move towards like, you know, like a lighter feeling, a more conscious awareness, a conscious state of being, okay? And I feel like, honestly, with the Sun card, the Two of Cups, and the Chariot, like, this kind of tells me that, like, I'm getting this sense of, like, honesty and openness, and you know what I mean? Like, just, being, like, sort of being, like, willing to break through your own barriers and see your own barriers. Yeah, like, literally, the Nine of Cups here. The Nine of Cups. The Ace of Cups. Yeah, like, I feel like the barriers that you feel right now are the wounds that you are carrying from your past that you are projecting onto this situation. And I feel like any solution or resolution that you would like to have isn't in guarding yourself, you know, and creating walls and barriers around yourself. It is getting to the truth of the matter. And the truth of the matter is the Nine of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Chariot and the Sun. Like, you want to move towards this because this is what makes you happy. You know, it looks like this is where your heart is. And I feel like it's kind of like, what are you willing to do? Like, because clearly with the Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck over here, like, you want to, like, it goes from the Five of Wands to the Six of Wands. It's like you want to overcome the challenges to get to the success, right? And speaking of that, like, you have the Nine of Wands right here. And Spike, like, goes to these trials in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, goes to these trials to get his soul. And, like, he basically goes to hell and back to overcome his own issues, so to speak, to become a more lighter being, a light being, right? Like like, for me, a light being is just a lighter being. Like, it is somebody who has healed. It is somebody who has more self-awareness. And I mean, we really are never fully healed, but somebody who's been working through that, right? And, like, just, and that way you're able to move in a much more, like, vulnerable place of just ease and detachment. Like, I mean, honestly, the root of all suffering is attachment, right? And so just, like, I feel like overcoming these challenges on the inside, which I really do feel like are on the inside, brings you to your illumination and helps you move in a much lighter energy, regardless of what happens. Like, regardless of what happens. Like, I feel like this is kind of like you were supposed to go through these, I hate to say battles, but they're these inner battles because they're showing you yourself and they're showing you where your deepest wounds and deepest triggers are. That's Nine of Wands. And even Devil energy. And overcome them. The Ten of Wands in reverse is right here in the middle of your reading. You know, it's like overcoming them. Like, are you going to continue? And I always say the Two of Wands is like, one path is perpetuating a cycle, okay? And then the other path is something new. It's a new way of being. It's the lighter path, right? Over here, there's this volcano. It's like, you know, you get triggered and the pressure builds and the pressure builds and the pressure builds and then you explode. And how do we explode? Fight, flight, freeze, okay? Like we get triggered, right? And, or there's the lighter path. There's a newer way of doing things. There's a conscious way of doing things. And I do feel like this is something that you're supposed to learn right now. With the Star in reverse, you could block that for yourself. With the Devil showing up, you could block that for yourself. Seven of Wands, you could be more on the defense, trying to protect yourself and trying to protect your triggers and protect your wounds instead of actually, like, diving in and embracing it. And I saw this post the other day that said something like avoidance of our triggers is the antithesis of healing. And I mean, truly, I kind of feel like, you know, the card spirit trying to tell you that, like, you're supposed to lean in. You're supposed to lean in regardless of the outcome. Like, you're supposed to lean in because this is where your healing is. So let's go ahead and get you a closing oracle message. Oracle message for Aries, please. Good fortune and friendship. Maybe it's about embracing the moment for what it is right now. You know, the journey, the journey. What is it? Is it the... I don't remember. How does it go? I don't know why it just left my brain right now. It's not the journey is the destination. Yes, it is. It's the journey is the destination. You are safe from harm. I feel like maybe, and we do this with our triggers, right? Like our triggers trigger our fight, flight, freeze response, fawn, too. And because of that, it is like we internally feel like we are not safe. We are not safe, and so we become reactive in whatever way that is, right? And this is kind of telling you you're safe. You may be making a mountain out of a molehill. You may not be doing it intentionally, but that is what your energy is doing. Unseen forces watch over you. Revelry and indulgence. With the revelry and indulgence energy, I kind of like get that, you know, I want it now. I want it all and I want it right now kind of energy. You know, and maybe this is teaching you not to overindulge. You know, that's devil energy right there. Sometimes these things take time. All right. Final messages for Aries, please. Take action with passion. I mean, I definitely feel like the action is intentional action. It's not triggered. It's not a reaction. It's intentional action. You have the Chariot and the Chariot, beginning and end, right? This looks like a Chariot kind of energy, like intentional action. Like you know where you're going. It's coming from a conscious place towards the light. I mean, I do feel like it can come from a subconscious triggered place at times too. It really just kind of depends on what I see with the Chariot. But because it's a major arcana and it's spirit, you know what I mean? It's like big shifts in energy. It's like even if you stray from the path, I feel like with the Chariot, you get redirected right back to where you're supposed to be. You know what I mean? Take your first step. Begin now. Success expands in your life. Right. I feel like this situation is very, like, successful. It's just a matter of, I don't know, I feel like maybe you got to think outside the box, expand your horizons, you know, taking steps, you know, and being intentional and really self-reflecting. Look, this Lover's energy, like really self-reflecting and, you know, expanding your consciousness about how you move in the world. So that's what I have for you, Aries. I hope that this helped you. If you like my content, please be sure to hit like and subscribe. You can also book a session down in my bio, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.